Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Raven800 Plays. I'm your humble host, Raven800, and today I'm going to be showcasing a little game that just recently came out not too long ago called Tiny Combat Arena. And I think it's a game that definitely deserves a lot more attention because it is by far one of the better flight simulator games that I have played to date, because it takes the complexity of a flight sim and dumbs down the controls to keep it simplistic. What do I mean by this? Well, it basically is a flight simulator that has all of the telltale signs of a flight simulator game, but with a simplified control set that feels like you're playing an arcade-style flight sim like Ace Combat. Now, it's currently only a single-player game. I believe it's kind of in an early access type phase, because as you can see, it's just a demo, or you don't really have much aside from quick battle and arena demo. It's currently available for $20 on Steam right now, single player only, unfortunately. But they do have plans for allowing a kind of like a custom mode where you can customize your own scenarios and create your own missions so that you can partake in them, do all that stuff. And I think there's also going to be like a mission list as well, like a campaign and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if they have plans on making an online PvP or co-op type setup for this game, but if they do, I think this would be one of the best games you could possibly play, because again, it has the complexity of a flight sim, but all of the simplicity and the controls of an arcade flight sim. What do I mean by this? Well, check this out. Every time you run the game, or when you first run the game, it'll run a quick setup. This will basically allow you to choose whether you want to use keyboard and mouse, a gamepad like an Xbox 360 controller, or joystick and HOTAS. Now, if you are a super hyper-realistic flight simulator aficionado, you'll obviously migrate to the joystick and HOTAS because that's what you're comfortable using. That's what you bought it for But if you're someone like me who enjoys the realism of a flight sim but doesn't enjoy the complexity of it, for example, in DCS World, you have, planes that you have to literally flip 15 different switches just to get the engine started. Then you have to flip another 5 switches just to get, the rudders in check and all this stuff. And it's a lot of complex things when all you want to do is just go in and play. Well, that's where the gamepad comes in, because all of the controls are kept nice and simple, so much so that they can actually be mapped entirely to a gamepad. And that's what I love about this. Not a lot of flight simulators do that. Not a lot of flight simulators have gamepads in mind. They don't have that option of simplicity. And I think that's pretty much an ingenious idea, because again, sometimes you want to play that realistic flight sim, but you don't have the HOTAS setup. You don't have the joystick, the throttle, the pedals. You don't have the time or patience to flip a bunch of switches and hope to God that you did the right sequence in order to launch your aircraft. Check this out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a quick battle. We're going to do a dogfight. And let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so here we are. We have our allies to our front. We have our enemies just up ahead. And if you look here, you have your heads-up display already on your map. I'm using my right stick to look around. And then down here, you have the console that shows you everything you need to know. Ground speed, airspeed, heading, altitude, fuel, endurance, range. Endurance is basically how much time you have left, I believe, in flight, or how much time you've been flying. I don't know. But yeah, you got your nozzles, you got your flaps, angles, all that jazz. It's all here, right? You got your radar scan on the right, You got your situational radar on your left. And yeah, that's it. You're pretty much in. You're flying. So yeah, let's go ahead and shoot down some bogeys. Lock target with Y. And fire. Poof! That's a direct hit. Poof! Another direct hit. Hey look, a parachute. Glad to see the pilot made it out okay. Alright, now let's switch over to our next set of weapons. Our AIM 82 Bravos. Looks like that's a miss. That's alright, we're closing range now. Merging up with the target. Firing missile. Another miss. Darn. Line her up. Let's try doing a gun run. That's a kill. Where's the last target? Somewhere over here. Yep, coming in too low. Let's take a shot. And that's a direct hit. All targets destroyed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, of course, there are other features in the simulation for the sake of keeping it realistic. Whoop, throttle up, losing altitude. Excuse me. There are other features like, for example, if you pull too high a G-turn, you can black out. And if you nose down too quickly, you can actually do what's called a red out. So, you know, it still has those functionalities of the actual simulation, I suppose. And then, again, like I said, you know, everything is pretty much where you need to see it. And at any time, you know, you can land or hover, and it's really cool. It's just, it's so much fun. So, let's go ahead and end the sortie here. And let's go ahead and jump right into the main draw of the game, the arena. So what the arena mode is basically it's a skirmish mode. You've got a starting base here, and then you have the enemy, Op4, which has a starting base somewhere over there. Pretty much the objective is to capture all territories in order to win. The way that you do that is ground forces will be deployed in waves. As they progress, they will engage in combat with other ground forces, with Op4 ground forces, right? Your objective is to provide air support in order to allow the ground forces to push into the objectives and capture the bases. Now, what you're seeing is the game kind of playing out right now, and at any time you can jump in by starting your sortie to join the battle. So I'm going to go ahead back to main menu, and I'm going to restart the arena. and just jump right in. Alright, so you pretty much start off here at your main airfield. From here, you can choose any number of different loadouts you want. Dogfight, air superiority, strike, base attack, close air support, ranged anti-tank, endurance, and light attack. And all of these have different, different loadouts. For example, light attack, you only have 60% fuel loaded in your aircraft, 2 AIM-9Ls, and 4 MK-20s with 300 rounds loaded in your guns. That's to ensure that your aircraft is nice, light, and ready to go. Then you have close air support, which brings up 80%, which brings your fuel up to 80%. Loads you with 2 AIM-82 Bravos, 2 AGM-65 Deltas, and 6 MK-20s with 300 rounds in your guns. Your aircraft is a little heavier, losing thrust for weight value. However, it allows you to stay in the fight longer when it comes to attacking ground targets. Then you have air superiority, which loads you up with 2 AIM-9 Limas, 6 AIM-82 Bravos, and 2 AIM-7 Echoes. Fuel at 100%, 300 rounds in the gun, and yeah, you see your weight value here, your thrust to weight value or threshold here. So, and again, this game, it's a simulator, so you're gonna run out of ammo, right? Once you've basically launched your load, you have to come back to base and rearm. And it's again, like I said, it's basically a hardcore version of Ace Combat where you don't have 100 missiles strapped to your wings. It's got the realism of a flight sim with all the simplicity of an arcade flyer, and I love that. So let's go ahead and launch our sortie here. Let's go for air superiority. Let's go for air superiority first, come back, load up some ground combat, and see if we could take out a few ground targets. Alright, so there go our ground forces. Alright, proceeding with takeoff. Flaps up. Throttle up. Adjusting nozzle for maximum lift. And we are away. Gear up. Nozzle back to 0. Let's see if we can't take out these air targets. Got lock. AIM-7E released. I do believe that's a failed. Oh, maybe not. Let's see how far it will go. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. And it looks like a miss. Oh, well. Our allies were able to gun him down. Go for the next target and launch. Come on, come on. Come on. It's so close. I could see the dot right there. Oof. Alright, we got it. But someone else got the gun kill first, so no worries. Alright, where's the last target? Is he above or below? Oh, looks like he crashed. Alright, so that's it. We have achieved air superiority. Oh, what's this? No, we have not. We've got new aircraft in the field. Ox 1. Ooh, direct hit. That was a joust. And it looks like our wingmen have gunned down the second target. Yep. Alright, airspace is clear. Going back to rearm, refit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and strafe these baddies. Give our guys just a little bit of extra support. Gotta watch that AA fire. Alright. Go ahead and throttle down. And I think we're going to go for a VTOL landing this time around since we're coming in a little too hot. So, adjusting nozzle. Applying brake. Nose up. Alright, let's turn her around. Actually, you know what? At this point, we've already overshot. We might as well go in for a normal landing. Oh no! If I don't crash first. Ah, screw it. We'll go in for a VTOL land. I don't want to waste too much time, because the enemy will close in very quickly. I still have the brakes applied, don't I? I do. Okay. Alright, brake applied. Nozzle readjusted. Killing airspeed. Gear and flaps down. Let's try and set her down over here, off the runway. Daddy now. Gear check. Yep, gears are down. And touchdown. Another happy landing. Alright. Let's go ahead and change our loadout. We've already achieved air superiority. Let's go in for close air support. Alright. Turn her about. Gotta work on my VTOL landings. I'm still a little rusty. Alright. Flaps up. Brake disengaged. Nozzle set to 0 and throttle up. Gear up. We are away. Alright, let's give our boys a little support. Looks like they're already inside the perimeter. If we can't rough them up a bit. Beautiful. Heck yeah. They're still capping the base though. Ooh, it's gonna be tight. Danger close fire mission? Nah. Gun it, baby. Hell yeah. Pickle, pickle, pickle. Hell yeah. Major damage on target. And it looks like our reinforcements are coming back to help. See if we can't finish off this last target before he caps the base. Come on. Got him. Target neutralized. How many more of these do I have? I've got one more MK-20. Let's make it count. And pickle. Beautiful. Come around for another pass. Awesome. All right. We are Winchester. Let's head back home. I think the ground boys can take it from here. So there is no map, but what I love about this is that you can always look over the horizon and just get an idea of what's going on the battlefield. I love that. Because there's no map as of right now. Like, I don't have one map to my controller. If there is, I'd have no idea. But it's always nice to actually be able to look over the horizon and actually see what's going on without it being too invasive, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's see if we can come in for a nice, clean landing. So that was actually my second time touching down using the VTOL system. Now let's see if I could actually come in for a nice, clean landing. Just a regular straight runway landing. First I need to correct my altitude because I'm too high. Bring it down to Angels 10. Throttle down. Alright, still too high. But we are aligned with the runway. Brakes on. Gear and flaps down. Alright. Disengaging brakes. There's a lot of fighting going off in the distance there. Little too fast, little too fast. Brakes. Too steep, too steep, too steep. Throttle up. Alright. Not a terrible landing. Could have gone better. But I'll take it. So yeah. Let's see. We can go into photo mode. There we go. There's our beautiful Harrier jet. Our pixelated pilot. Hey, what's going on? And yeah. That is Tiny Combat Arena. If you want to pick this up for yourself, again, it is available on Steam for $20. It's a great game. I think you will, if you love simulator games, but you also love games like Ace Combat, you will love the merger between the two styles. And if you don't mind the polygonal aesthetic of the game, I think you will very much enjoy this. And I think this game deserves a lot more attention, because it's not your everyday run-of-the-mill flight sim. And it has the potential to be way more. So but yeah. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, especially those who stuck around to the very end of the video. If you like what you saw, please feel free to hit the like button. Let me know you want to see more of it. And if you haven't already, and you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more updates and live streams in the future. Thank you again so much for watching. As always, I'm your humble host, Raven800. I hope you all have yourselves a good night, a good morning, and I hope to see you all on the next one. Take care of yourselves.